have started the recording as well. Yeah. Okay, guys. Those who has the issue in the XAMPP, please use the instruction. Go to Apache conf httpd.conf file, open it, and please search 80. That is the port number. Please change the port number from 80 to 8080. Okay, that is the instruction. Now let's move to our class. Guys, have anyone come up with any new HTML element today? Have anyone tried with any new HTML elements? Any exercises have you done?
No, I have read that this
Anchor, A tag.
anchor
Sir,
tag.
typewriter text, sir.
Okay. Yeah, you can post in the chat box whatever the command, whatever the tags you have used. Okay, I'm not able to see anything. Okay, guys. So let's move to the new tags HTML elements. So yeah, from someone I have heard that anchor, right? So A tag, simply we will call it as A tag. Okay, so let me share my screen as well. So you just A tag is a very important tag which can be helpful for us to give any external link, okay, in the web page. That is very important tag, yeah. Okay, huh? So you must need to try that. Even you can open your editor and you can have that A tag, anchor tag. Just let me share my screen. I'm just going to open my okay, my folder. Just I'm opening XAMPP htdocs.
Sir, could you please share the screen?
Yes, Shahrukh. Yeah. So what I'm just going to do is just I'm opening my yeah, my yesterday's page. That will be my first page, whatever. Yeah, the document I'm just opening. Yeah. So already we have seen audio tag, image tag, p tag, h1 tag, heading tags, h1 to h6, everything. Now few more tags are there. That is one of the anchor tag is important, very important. For example, let's say I'm just here giving one read more. Yeah, read more. Just I'm giving one p tag. That is read more. I'm just saving. Just I'm trying to open this from the browser. That will be localhost slash a page. I think in between we are having one folder page slash my first page dot html. I think, yeah, dot html. Yeah. And now I got. I'm sorry. I think yeah, I need to start my XAMPP, right?
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Shahrukh, it doesn't seem to be there.
Sir has been disconnected. Maybe he will join back.
Yeah, I have joined. Sorry, I was dropped from call automatically. Yeah, just let me share my screen. Yeah. So I'm just yeah, guys. So here I just used p tag. Okay, paragraph tag. Read more. Okay. So just it is showing it as a read more. Nothing. It is not clickable. Okay. So wherever you can find in web page the link, it will be clickable. Okay. So how do we need to? How do we make clickable a link? So that is why we are going to use anchor tag. That will be called as a tag. Okay. So a tag. Now I'm just opening it.
HREF.
Will do. 1 second. Wait. Okay. Will do. So read more. Okay. So this is a tag. Now this is not also a clickable one. Okay. So what we can simply do. So lot of we will call it as attributes. Okay. For example, this SRC is an attribute. For example, whatever we can give, HREF. So you need to memorize that. Okay, inside a tag, inside the a tag, we need to use one more attribute that is called as HREF. Okay, so that is the hyperlink reference. Okay, so we need to give HREF is equal to double colon, whatever we can give. We can leave it empty, we can give hash, or we can give some URL, http colon sorry, http, even you don't want http, some websites will be in https, that I will tell you later. Yeah, https flipkart.com. Okay, or you can use www.flipkart.com, whatever it is, fine. Yeah, so simply you can say, if you refresh the page, now the link itself, it is showing as blue, so clickable. Okay, so you can just click it, so it will redirected to flipkart.com. Can you get it? This is very important a tag in HTML. Okay, so for example, in your web page there is one link is there, but if you want to open that link in a new tab, okay, not in the same tab. For example, if you are clicking the flipkart.com, the read more, it is opening in the same tab. So if I want to open it, now you can answer what is the attribute I need to use here. Someone told no. Can please now tell me? Yeah, target. Okay, target is equal to. So these are the very basics attributes and tags. Okay, you should keep memorize it. That will be helpful till the end of your career, or end of your life, right? So target you can set here. If you set the target as blank, for example, blank underscore blank. If you set like this, the target blank, it will open in the new tab. Your page also it will be there. So the flipkart.com is opening in the new page. If you want to call any external link, you can give like this. Okay, but if you want to call any internal your web page, you need to give that file name. For example, I have one more file with me, right? Form.html. So what I'm just doing is simply I'm just giving form.html. Okay, and just I am saving it. Now if you refresh, once if you click on this link, it will automatically go to our registration form. Guys, do you understand the relativity now about a web page with multiple pages? For example, you can keep copy multiple files and have for example, in this form file, I have some form fields. Like, for example, assume that Lively, if you are creating a web page with lot of pages, like about us, contact us, services, products. Okay, if you are creating multiple web pages, so all the web pages will be a single file. So in the top menu, you can give the link directly, like what is that? Form.html, about us.html. So you can create some 5 pages separately, and you can give all those 5-page links. So it will be clickable. So the user, in the user interface aspect, you need to in the end user aspect, you need to think everything. Okay, so if you are clicking about us, it will open about us file. If you click contact us, it will open contact us. In contact us, your all HTML form will be there. In about us, some paragraph will be there. Can you visualize, guys? You can able to create one website completely. Can you visualize?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is I am saying here. And also lots of other HTML tags also there. For example, file. So one of the yesterday we have seen form tags, right? We can continue, I think, with some other fields as well. So yeah. So here we have missed out some other fields. If any guys, if you have gone through any HTML input elements additionally, could you please tell me now?
Sir, reset, sir. Reset button.
Reset. Hello.
Yes, sir. Reset button is there, sir.
Yeah, reset button also we can keep it. Then how to use that? You need to tell that also. How to use the reset? If you tell, I will type.
Input type.
Okay, input type.
Method
Type
like
reset.
Input type. Reset. Am I right?
Yes.
Guys, that is why initially I told you, if we are telling something, teaching something, some one step, if I am teaching you, you should go and collect from Google or some other sources 5 steps. Okay, then only it will be helpful for you to quickly learn everything. Okay, anyhow we will support for you. Okay, and then what do I need to do?
You can give any value for name and value for
Name just res, I'm
value.
just putting. Yeah, value.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so value I'm just putting reset. Okay, will this button will reset all the form elements or how?
it will.
Yeah, let
Yes, sir.
me check.
Erase. Get erased.
Yeah, so form.html. Yeah, right. So I'm just giving here Abdul. Where is my reset button? It is not there.
You have to refresh the form.
I don't. Okay, so Abdul.
Why? It's okay.
So something I'm just giving info at Code Factory. .in. Yeah. Now I'm just clicking reset. Why it is not resetting? Do I need to include something? Could you please tell me?
Sir,
Hello.
sir, you have to put it in the farm tag, sir.
So my farm tag is not there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely correct, right? So I need to give farm. So actions and all not required. So who is this? Who answered this?
Ibrahim, sir.
Ibrahim. Okay, thank you. So Abdul. Yeah, okay. Guys, can you understand now? It is cleared.
Sir, if we press the submit button, same thing will happen, no, sir? Everything will get.
No. Yeah, that is the difference. The type submit and then the type reset. Okay. So if you are resetting anything, yeah, if you are using this reset, it will reset all the form values. If you are submitting, the type is submitting means the form will submit and it is ready to pass all these information to the next level. That you need to understand like this. Okay.
Sir, if a link is not directed, then we can say that reset is similar to submit, no, sir? If a
No,
link is
no,
not
no, 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 no. For example, yeah, no. Reset is only to clear the form values. Okay, whatever the values has been given in the form, reset will only reset, only clear. It will clear. But yeah. So when we go to the next level like JavaScript or programming PHP or Python, you will understand easily why the submission value, how we are going to receive. So why this form finally? For example, you are using Google form, you are using Code Factory registration form, you are using Gmail registration form. So once after, guys, don't forget about technical. Okay, technical, forget about technical. Just logically think. Once you have submitted a form, actually what it should happen? So all the filled values, it should be get captured somewhere. Am I right?
yes, sir.
So that is why we are collecting the form inputs. No, so because from Code Factory, if I'm just giving a registration form means I want to collect the data from you, then I need to call you back. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
That is the purpose. So if you click the reset button, it will automatically clear all the form values. You need to type once again. But if you click the submit button, it will pass all the, that is why a lot of things are there. For example, that is why I have mentioned here the action also can be empty, or we can give some. For example, here I am just giving some action dot php or JSP. If I'm just giving like that, so I'm just giving JSP action.jsp. So it will automatically pass all the values whatever they entered in the form to that particular file. Okay, if I don't do anything, just I'm giving empty. Anyway, it will return all the value in the same file. For example, let me tell the methodology of form methodology. For example, I'm just giving method is equal to post. So in form methods, in URL request methods, form methods, there are three methods are there. One is post, one is get, and another one is request. Okay, request will be equivalent to the both get and post. Okay, we can use request for anything, but get is separate one, post is separate one. For example, just I'm showing you, I'm just using the get method. Okay, I'm just putting get. Now I'm saving my file. Just I'm refreshing. I'm just giving Abdul. So still we have used password. Why password not required? So text we need to change text. Right. Yeah. So I'm just giving all the value. Abdul, yeah, info@codefactory.com. So my mobile number, whatever, and then my address, whatever I'm just giving. If now I'm clicking the submit button, so all the given values are passing in the URL. Could you please see? So name is equal to Abdul, email is equal to info@codefactory.in, mobile number is equal to something, address is equal to something. Can you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
what I will do, yeah. So two methods are there. Usually we will not send get. For example, yeah. So if you click this, what is this? Yeah, yeah, this Flipkart.com website. Here, just see, guys. There is one question mark that is called query string. Okay, that is one. There is one question mark. After that, some element name is there, name or something. Yes, ID. Maybe the some ID called product ID, some PID, SID. They are having some, their own name. Like we are having here, you just compare. We are having name, Abdul, email, info. So similarly, he has kept like SID. Could you understand? Yeah, just give me a minute. I'm getting one urgent call. Yeah. Do you understand, guys? So usually we will not send the data using the get method. Okay. Because our data should be very secured. So that is why we will send usually the data using the post method. Post method is nothing but it is just, if I am just changing my method post, I am just saving it. Just I am just refreshing my page. I am just Abdul whatever info. I'm just clicking on it, but the page has been refreshed. Nothing is there, right? But the data has been hiddenly sent to the same page. Okay, so when we go to the programming, let me tell you how to collect those data using the programming. Okay, but the data will be collected. So that is why I have to show you directly. That is why I have used the get method. So if we use the get method, it will automatically publish the results in URL itself. Okay, have you seen? Yeah, that is one. Yeah. Yeah, these are the things. Yeah, enough, I think now. Now we can go to the file option. Okay, file option. So
Second,
what is? Yeah, tell me.
for the what is query string? Like,
Yeah. So let me tell you. Yeah, query string is nothing but if we want to pass and retrieve any data using the URL. For example, let me tell you. Yeah, when I go to PHP and Python, you will easily understand. For example, this is the file what we are using it. Now I can put some query string, that is the question mark symbol. Now I can give some name is equal to some value. I can directly pass on it. Okay, and the same value I can get and display in the page, in my web page itself. Okay, to pass the data, because we can collect, yeah, we can collect the data from many source, guys. Okay, let's say We can collect the data from database. We can collect the data from file. We can collect the data from address bar URL using the query string method, get method. Okay. We can collect the data from session. We can collect the data from cache. We can collect the data from cookies. Okay, multiple ways to store the data in multiple way, and from all the sources we can able to get the data and we can display in our web page. Okay, so this is keep in mind. Okay, when we go to the programming section, definitely you can relate and you can understand everything. Okay.
Like after question mark, we are called from starting the question mark, we are called as a query string.
Yeah.
And you are written like a post and get in caps letter. It means it is mandatory to write in case sensitive. It is a case sensitive.
Yeah, it is the case sensitive. We need to mention in caps only.
Okay. And then in target attribute, like there is you have written the value underscore blank.
Yeah,
Like it is predefined or
these
how?
are the predefined attribute of HTML5. Okay, so if you are using self instead of, even if you are not at all setting the target, if you are not at all setting a target, by default it will take it as a self only. Even you can mention self. Okay, nothing wrong. Now if I am just refreshing my page, you can understand. Yeah, so it is opening in the same page.
Okay.
Can you find the difference?
Yes, sir.
If I am giving the blank, yeah, that is why, guys, if I am teaching you 5 tags, you need to go through additionally 20 tags. Okay,
Okay, sure, sir.
so for yeah, in many websites you have been seen a lot of news websites, and because just why I am just bringing you few important elements, HTML elements, means you need to get interest, and then you need to go and browse about the further HTML elements. Okay, because if I start to teach all the HTML elements, our 1 month training program will completely over with HTML itself. That is why I'm just bringing you some important. For example, let's I'm just using one small what is that, one HTML tag, that is mark you. I'm
Slide.
not, yeah, I'm not sure I'm using the correct spelling.
Yes, sir.
Just
It's
I'm
correct.
saying,
It's correct, sir.
yeah. So your batch starts at 7 p.m. daily. I'm just using this. Okay. So if I save and if I run this, I think that is the previous page. Can you understand, guys? The text is running from right to left. Can you able to see your batch starts at 7 p.m. If you want to
Yeah, downstairs.
yeah, set some color. For example, I'm just applying some style. Style is equal to color red, background color. Just I am showing you some examples. Background hyphen color, background hyphen color colon, just black. Let's say black. You can use a black or a blue or whatever, and also you can use like the color code as well.
RGB colors.
RGB color or hexa codes, whatever the color code you can use, that also you can use. Now the background is blue, my text is in red. Can you find? So similarly, lot of tags are there. Okay, if you refer the Google W3 schools or tutorial points, you, that is why we are initiating. But guys, why in 1 month you can't do all the things? in 1 hour daily, but we are lifting you, we are triggering you, we are showing you everything online, practical, because even if you watch some videos in YouTube or in other, even in Udemy course, Udacity, Udemy course, if you are watching the video, they will cover a lot of theoretical part. Okay, they will not cover the practical one. So that is why we are trying to cover all the areas in daily 1 hour. But your interest and your time, that is very mandatory. You need to put some efforts to practice. Okay, so these are the tags. Now I can we can go for the some form elements. That is why I'm asking, what are all other form elements, form input types you have learned additionally?
So formatting.
Which one?
Go for button. Like there,
Button. Yeah, button is also like submit input type. We can also call a direct button. Okay. So I'm just giving button. Button we need to give some with the open tag and close tag. Guys, in a few things you need to memorize only. Okay, but these are the very basics. For example, ABCD you have memorized, right? So similarly, some basic tags you need to memorize. Okay, the tags and open syntax and all these are the things. I'm just giving some name for the button. Do I need to give the value or the name in between? How, guys? Submit, I'm just giving. I'm just, yeah, the button has come, right? Submit. Instead of submit, I'm just giving whatever it will come. Yeah, 1 second, guys. Yeah, I'm back now. Yeah. So yeah, that is what I was showing you, that yeah, button is not an issue. Yeah, that is one of the form elements. Okay, so now what else do you think can be you don't want to refer something, but in your previous experience in the web pages, what are all the other elements have you seen in the web page, in registration form, in Google or in Gmail, or in some government exam registration form? Something you have been seen, no? Could you please
like
recall it and tell me what is that?
checkbox.
Checkbox. That is one important
Radio
input
button.
element. Radio button. Yeah, good. So checkbox. So the type itself, checkbox. Type is equal to checkbox. Okay. Just I'm giving a name for this checkbox. For example, in every software license, or if you anywhere, if you are signing up, it will show I agree, that I'm okay, I have read everything, something will be there, no? So agree, I'm just naming this.
We can give drop downs too.
Yeah, drop down also. Yeah, we can see. Yeah.
Sir,
So
formatting tags like bold, italic, underline, typewriter text like that.
yeah, everything we can. For example, just I'm yeah, before this, yeah, after this checkbox, I'm just giving my for example, bold. B tag is the bold tag. Okay, just I am giving a tag in bold, like I agree that I read all the uh, a policy or something. Yeah, I read all the instructions. Yeah. So if I do like this, yeah, I can add one BR tag also. Yeah. Yeah, could you please find the difference? Now it is very bold, right? The text is now bold and it is in black. Am I right? Yeah, so that is why we have used bold. Now we can check this checkbox. Tick. Now if I can check this, uncheck this checkbox. Okay. So one more thing here, you can note it down. If I want to by default to show this checkbox, what is the attribute I need to use? For example, checked. I'm not sure. I think checked is equal to checked. I think I need to use that. Yeah, checked is also fine. Yeah, checked. If I use the attribute checked in the element input type element, nothing I'm just doing. I'm just going to refresh this page. It is automatically by default. It has been checked. Okay. Now I'm just clicking it and uncheck it. But again, I'm just refreshing the page. It is selected. Do you understand? Yeah, this is the one of the HTML form element, and another one that is a radio button. That is input type. What is the type of the radio button?
That would be a male or female.
I'm asking about type. That is radio. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, name is equal to, we can keep it as gender. So what I'm just going to give is gender. Now the value I will give, value is equal. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, can value be R1, sir? So that
I'm sorry.
we can only pick one of the many.
No, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Guys?
Sir, value could be R1, sir, according to syntax. R1 because if we... okay, sir, you continue.
No issues, not an issue. Please tell me clearly.
No, sir, according to syntax, you said you're going to type value, no, sir? So in value, you can type R1 because there'll be an error if you after you end if you type value something else. If you don't type value, there'll be an error. That's why I told you to type R1.
It will not give error. Okay. So input type radio button value I can set. For example, value is equal to male. Okay. So what happened is, let me tell you. So I'm just closing this input tag. Now I'm just here mentioning male. Okay. And again, I'm just putting one more input radio button, and I'm just mentioning female, for example, because the name is gender. So I'm just here also value also female. Okay. So what it will happen is, now the both name should be same. For one important thing, okay, in a form, the name and the ID. For example, if you want, you can add one ID also for extra reference. Okay, ID also the same. Also you can keep it. Okay, but for
ID should be unique, right? Always.
ID should be also unique, but you should not ID here also. You should not use name. In that case only that will be unique. The name can be name, ID can be name. Okay, but you should not use the same name. For example, just say 1 second, REP1 report 1 something. I'm just using ID. Here I need to use the some other ID, rep2 REP2. I should not use the same. This is very unique. universal truth. Okay.
Yeah. For first one we can use ID is equals to name, and second for ID is equals to email. That also can be done. It will be unique. No?
Yeah, that is also unique. ID is equal to here name. So this is for this input. This is for this input. Okay. So both are separate only, but I should not give here also the name. So it will be a unique one. Only one time it should appear in a form. In a form, the name and ID, it should be available for any one field only. Another field will not have the same thing. Okay. I think understand. Did you understand?
Name and ID should be unique.
Yeah, name and ID should be unique, but in the same field, name and ID can be same, but in the different field, name and ID cannot be same.
Instead of REP1 report one, you can mention email also. It's okay, right?
Anything I can, but it will be here and here. I should not say I'm doing something that shouldn't be. Sorry, I'm just having a value. I think you should not put the same. For example, I'm just same, but nothing is. It will not help. If you are adding one another item like 1 or 2 something, it should be different. Okay, the ID should be also unique. The field to field, it should not be same. Yeah, this is a small thing only. Name also similarly. For every input, the name will be same, but for both, for two or for multiple fields, the name will be same. Okay, the important point. So here in radio button and checkbox alone.
Hello.
Yeah, who is that?
The voice is not properly audible because of the latency issue network.
Yes, sir. It's breaking.
Yeah.
Voice is breaking.
Who is it now?
Hello.
Yeah, mute all first. Please mute. Yeah, let me mute all. Let's see. I'm sorry. For currently in the meeting, only 3. Yeah, others are also there, right? Okay, fine. So present as 3. Now I have muted all. Guys, can you hear me now? Can anyone unmute and confirm?
Yes.
Yeah, it's audible now.
Yeah, fine. Please mute all, guys. If you want to ask anything, please unmute and ask. Okay, I think that will be good. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah. So what I was talking about, the radio button, that is the only exceptional, because in radio button you must need to select either any one only. So just for example, let me show you. In the radio button, I'm just adding some BR tag, break tag. Yeah. So you can find 2 radio button is there. Okay. So, but anyhow, this is the only one set, that is gender. For example, I'm just adding here a label gender. In the B tag or label tag, whatever the tag, if you want to use, you can use it. That is not an issue. Okay. So I'm just using some B tag, bold tag, but usually we will use the label only. So B tag I'm just using. So guys, in every element, for example, name means only one text box, mobile means only one text box, address means only one text area, but gender means there will be multiple value, but finally we need to collect any one value. For example, a man can be a male, or a female, yeah, a girl is a female. Okay, so any one value can be given by a user. Okay, so that is why we are using the radio button. So the name should be same for both, then only we can identify for which field they have selected which value. So in programming, I will tell you later. Okay, when that part comes in, I will clearly explain you. Okay, as of now, just you keep in mind, because if I'm asking you are you male or female, will you tell both or will you tell anyone? You will tell anyone, absolutely. Okay, that is why we are having anyone to select in radio. Is not, for example, if I am just giving one question and asking some answer with multiple checkbox means either one can be a right answer or more than one also can be a right answer. Okay, for example, I'm just how many cities or how many countries you have been so far visited? India, Australia, America, something. If you have already gone to US, you will select US and India. Am I right? Both you will select. So in that case also, we should use the same name. Cities. So I'm just city.
Excuse me, sir. Voice break.
Sir, your voice breaking.
My voice.
Yes, it's breaking.
Yes, sir.
Not audible.
Your voice is stop.
Yeah, one second, one second. Guys, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, Abhi.
Hello?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. So that is what I have explained to you about the radio button. To collect the any one value, single value, we can use the radio button. It will be usable in MCQ type of question, quiz type of MCQ assessment. Okay. So you can ask any question. Okay. For example, what is your native? Madurai, Chennai, Bangalore. So you will tell you can only your native will be anyone only. So like your gender, male or female. So similarly, checkbox will be like multiple check can be accessible. For example, now I'm adding one more checkbox here, but the name should be same. Here also the name city. Here also the name city. Okay, I'm just removing here the checkbox checked. Now I'm just giving here Bangalore. So I'm just simply saving my document and I'm just refreshing. So here you can find both Chennai and Bangalore. If you want, you can select both Chennai and Bangalore. If you want, you can keep any one selected. But here in radio button, you can select either any one only. So this is the difference between the checkbox and radio button. Okay. Now I think we can move for the select drop down button. Okay. So that is also so guys, form elements alone, you need to be very well versed in the syntax. what is the text, input type password, input type reset, input type submit. If it is a text area, if it is a radio button, the input type should be radio, input type should be a checkbox. So these are the things you should be very fingertips with these things. Okay, now I'm just going to select box. It will have like a select open tag and select close tag. Okay, so in between you need to give options. For example, option, I'm just giving one option open tag, option close tag I need to give, and then I can give here a lot of, for example, Madurai, and then I can give other options as well, Chennai, Bangalore, I can give it like that. So for every option I can keep the value as well. So in the programming part, I will tell you why the value, how to get the value, how to get an insert into the database the value. Okay, that part we will cover in the programming module. Okay, now Chennai and then Bangalore. Guys, I hope you guys are doing with me in your system parallelly. Am I right?
Yes, Abdul.
Yeah. Now you can also keep one more label, cities, for example, cities visited. No, your native. This will be also like only one selected. A multiple select box also is there. You can try with your own that one. Yeah, here we can select your city. For example, I can give, yeah, select your city. I'm just giving a label. Yeah, now I'm just saving this. Yeah, if I refresh this, you will get this label, select your city, and then Madurai, Chennai, Bangalore is there. Anyone you can select. Okay, so these are the things, guys. So I have completed, I think, around all the yeah, except file one. That also I will be included in this form. So BR, I'm just including.
Head title tag.
There is one
Yeah.
more tag for division tag also, no? It is also important.
Yeah, that is also important. That is one of the HTML element, but not that will be not used in this form. That is not a form element. Okay, that is the tag of HTML only. That we will see in the next session, which can be included with the table. For example, how to frame a table with a TD tag, TH header, TRTD.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, in that we will include that div section and then other tags as well. Okay, so
Sir,
now
head
I'm
tag
just going to. Now what is that?
Sir, head and title tag.
Hidden
Title tag, sir. Is that even included?
title.
Yes, sir.
H1, H2 title, or which one?
No, sir. Head title in HTML elements. Head title. No, head.
Yeah. That
head
also. Yeah.
title.
Yeah, everything is there. But actually, those are in programming. Few things are there. For example, we don't start our HTML class using body. Okay, that is the first element of HTML. Okay, so but without using that also everything will work. Okay, but the thing is in HTML that we will come before going to a web page. Okay, after the table elements we complete, we will directly jump to a web development, HTML web development. That will give you a complete picture of web page, completely fulfilled web page. Okay, in that web page I will explain, because if I want to explain one by one everything, it will take some time, right? So head tag is also there. So what are all the things you need to use under the head tag? So that is very important. What are all the things you need to use under the body tag? What are all the things you need to use under, for example, under style tag? So these are the some very important things to make your. But wherever we can write everything in a web page, but these are the standards you need to follow. You need to get, must know. You must need to know. For example, I'm just writing a style syntax. So all your JavaScript and script relevant things, it should come under head tags. Your styling part, it should come under your style tags. Whatever the other HTML rendering, any div or something, the table, whatever, it can be come under body tag. Your header, your footer, and then your section. So all those things, it will be come under the body only. Okay, that is not an issue, guys. Okay, we will see it in the next part. Okay, so now we can see the input type. Guys, I think, yeah, you should parallelly keep watching, and also you need to work on it parallelly. That is why one by one for every element I'm just typing, and I'm just taking in that way. Okay, so input type file. Okay, that's it. You can also keep the name, for example, profile picture or DP. I'm just giving DP. Okay, so you can just close the input tag now as like this. So if you do this way, a browse button will come automatically. Yes, I am just saving this, and just I am refreshing. Okay, for example, I am just giving to break tag and just refreshing. Now you have got a file browse button. Now you can select a file from your system, whatever. For example, you can whatever a Code Factory logo I'm just selecting. So the file has been uploaded, not uploaded, it has been selected. Okay, guys, have you understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Sir,
Yeah, please. Yeah, who is that?
Bilal.
Yeah, Bilal. Yeah, tell me.
No, just I understood what you have said.
Yeah, fine. Thank you so much. Yeah, these are the things, guys. So I can recall you, we have covered so far all the HTML tags. We have started with the client scripting, server scripting. What are all the scripts will run in the front end without installing any softwares, using the notepad, also using the help of the client tool like browsers, Google Chrome or Microsoft Firefox, or any browser. Browsers are the client tools. It will be help us to run the front end coding. If you want to have the programming to be run in your web page, you need to install some servers like web server and database server, which will be Apache and MySQL. And then we started HTML. In HTML, we have seen many tags like H1 to H6. Those are the heading tags. If you give H1, it will be in a bigger font size. If you are giving H6, it will be a smaller font size. And then we have seen audio tag, video tag, and then image tag, and then a few other HTML elements also we have seen. I think I couldn't recall. Now today also we have seen the anchor link tag, marquee tag. Yeah, these are the HTML elements, and also HTML form elements. We have covered all the uh, input types, like input type text area, and then text type password, text type radio button, checkbox, select box, file, and then reset button, submit button. Everything we have covered, and also we have covered the validation part. That is nothing but you need to simply add in your what is that, in your input type element, just only one word. In my screen you can see I have selected a single word, that is called required. If you add in your input type this required, once you have submitted this form, clicking the submit, you can see in my screen the error is throwing, please submit. Yeah, please fill out this field, respective field. Okay, so if you have for example, in a 10 fields of your form, if you are giving 8 out of 10 as a mandatory, if you are leaving 2 optional, you should give all the required attribute in every input field, so that will be calculated as required field. So the optional field will which is not required, the required attribute. Okay, you can leave it blank. Okay, so similarly, yeah, in this way we are getting the form validation. Okay, once after the form validation, if we use the get method, all the data whatever has been entered, it will throw in the URL. If we are using the post method, it will pass the value in the hidden mode. It will be the post method. Okay, so in the form attribute called action, in the action attribute, if you are giving any external URL, the page will be automatically called the external URL. If you are giving your own any other file name, all the hidden values which is entered in the form, it will pass to the different file, which is also from your own file only. In that file, you can collect all the data using some programming methodology. Okay, so guys, these are the things. I think time is now over. So whatever we have taught you, all the recordings also has been captured, including today's video. Before 11 o'clock, we will send you all the recordings. If required only, those who has missed the classes, they can refer the video. Please be ready for the tomorrow's class. Before coming to tomorrow's class, please refer all the input elements, all the HTML tags, and come to the class. Okay, that's it guys from my end. If any important queries, please ask. Otherwise, we will leave the call.
No queries, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much guys. As usual, I'm just saying, please make our group alive, don't make it dead. Please discuss. Okay, whatever the doubts you are having, please discuss in the group. Okay,
Sure.
thank you so much guys, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.